Innovation and disruption. In 2005, YouTube was born. It gained attention as a web hosting video service, but that was the niche that it appeared to fill, and nobody was concerned that it would compete with traditional media. Then a year later, a silly rap video from Andy Samberg was uploaded to YouTube, and it went viral. It helped YouTube become more popular, but it also drew the attention of network television, who happened to own the content that was being viewed on YouTube. Because of YouTube's popularity, Google bought the company for $1.65 billion. Soon after, Viacom, irked by the rampant copyright infringement and seeing a potential opportunity for money from litigation, sued Google for $1 billion. That same year, a website called Hulu partnered with the major television networks to legitimately provide their content online in an ad-supported model. In 2007, the Writers Guild went on strike because they felt they were not getting their fair share of internet profits. Another factor that is changing how we consume media and information is the prominence of smartphones. A few years ago, most people owned what are called feature phones, or phones that were used to mainly just call people or chat, they had crude browser capabilities. Now, smartphones are the dominant devices that people own. Smartphones provide constant access to the internet, sophisticated apps to watch videos, GPS capabilities, and can do just about anything a laptop computer or tablet can do, just in a smaller form factor. This is changing the way people interact with and view content. It is also changing our daily habits and patterns in ways that we may not yet fully be aware of. 100 years ago, Henry Ford said that if he had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. Ford was obviously the inventor of the automobile. Fast forward 100 years to Steve Jobs, and he made a similar remark that it's not the consumer's job to know what they want. Apple has established themselves as a company that creates innovative new products and saturates the population with these devices, a population that didn't even know they wanted an iPod, iPhone, or iPad. There are a few ways to look at technological innovation. This chart is a composite of a few theories. Basically, technologies that improve on existing concepts could be considered continuous or sustaining. These would be things like adding more cores to a computer processor or adding more pixels to a TV display. Dynamic or disruptive technologies are those that introduce a new format. The concept is similar, but the format takes a major leap. Examples include the difference between DVDs and Blu-ray discs, an older CRT monitor or tube TVs versus flat screen or HD TVs and monitors. Disruptive innovations or discontinuous technologies include things like digital photography or MP3. These are technologies that either significantly disrupt the market or completely discontinue older technologies. On the extreme edge of the continuum are what I consider civilization-changing innovations, and these might include inventions such as language or the printing press. Generally, disruptive innovations are considered to sacrifice performance that existing customers believe to be important. They offer different attributes that existing customers don't want, and offer new attributes that open up new markets. A good example to consider is the MP3 audio format. Early versions were very compressed and didn't have the same level of sound quality as CDs. The new attributes of portability were enough to eventually allow this new format to evolve and to take over new markets, such as web streaming. So to summarize, the evolution from records to CDs should be considered sustaining or continuous technology change. But the shift from discs to MP3s is disruptive or discontinuous. Disruptive or discontinuous technologies usually offer more to customers in several categories. Those categories include simplicity, affordability, accessible, and customizable. On a continuum, tablets will satisfy these criteria better than, say, a desktop computer. Consider some of the other examples on this slide. Geoffrey Moore created a model of technology adoption that suggests there is often a gap or chasm between early adopters and the majority of adopters of a new technology. Another model, called the Gartner Hype Cycle, illustrates the fluctuation of popular acceptance that new products will often endure before being generally adopted. Consider the path that an e-book reader has traveled in the past several years. There was a lot of hype around things like the Amazon Kindle when it was first released. Then people complained about the backlight, and early tablets like first generation iPads competed somewhat with Kindles. Today, e-book readers like the Kindle or Nook, you could say, have evolved into the plateau of productivity, and they've found a sustainable place in the market. It's important to recognize that not all new innovations make it past the trough of disillusionment or the big scary chasm. An example is the Segway, that device that you can stand on and move around. It had promising potential, but it never really took off. Some speculate that Google Glass, those Google computer glasses, may have the same fate.